Okay, now that we've got Business Manager set up and we've got our Instagram account set up to our Facebook page, what we can now do is set up our ad for Instagram. What I'd recommend you do is pull up the document you created earlier and refer to that when you're creating your Instagram ad. It'll make it a lot faster and a lot easier if you've worked out these details before we dive into the creation process. The first thing you need to do is head to business.facebook.com and log in. It'll redirect you to your business dashboard, where it'll give you your most recent stats for your ads if you've run any. To set up a new ad, you need to head to Facebook Power Editor, and that's in the menu in the sidebar. What you'll see in Power Editor is that there are quite a few menus here, but luckily you don't actually need to manage too many of them. There are a couple of things to keep in mind in terms of Power Editor's navigation that'll make this process a bit easier. The first thing is that a lot of features actually pop up from the right-hand sidebar. So if you select your most recent ad, you'll find that over here on the right-hand side is a little pencil tool, and that toggles out your most recent ad settings. It's not something you spot straight away, but when you do, it's really important. The next thing to understand is the way that Facebook divides up ads. So on the bottom tier, we've got an individual ad. On the tier above it, we've got ad sets. And then above that is campaigns. As I mentioned earlier, your ad sits within an ad set. Your ad set sits within a campaign. So what you might find is that you've got a series of campaigns, and maybe one might be all of your January campaigns, all of your February campaigns, and then your ad sets might be, this is an ad set for a female only demographic, and one might be a male only demographic. And then the ads are the individual ads and the ad copy you've got. So the idea of this being set up this way is so that if you've got a lot of similar ads with similar demographics, it'll be easier to reserve those. However, in our case, we're creating a single ad, and that means that our ad set, and our campaign is all going to be unique because it's all the one campaign. However, it's useful to keep in mind that you may want to serve an ad to a similar audience in the future, so you may want to use demographic data that you've programmed into ad sets in the future for another campaign. But we'll go into that into a bit more detail as we go along.